Hello, welcome back to Emily A to Z, and today is the start of Halloweekend number 3, and this is an exciting weekend for so many reasons. Some of them are personal, so I will not be explaining why, but it is an exciting weekend. It could potentially be a busy weekend, so we'll see. And also, I didn't make it out of last week's room, so I still have to finish a book before I can even get going. So that is the plan to begin with. I do need to finish The Treasure Hunters Club by Tom Ryan. This is actually an independent, if I'm understanding correctly, this is an indie published book. Very exciting. This is a mystery novel. It is treasure hunting. We've met, where I'm at so far, we have met the 3 main characters, Peter, Dandy, and Cass. They are all on different aspects of life. Dandy is a young high school student who just lost her grandfather and is mourning his death, but he has left her a note saying like, hey, go to my club and they'll tell you what's up. Peter is a down on his luck, like 40-year-old gay man who has really no prospects and is just scrounging to get by, and then he receives a letter from his estranged grandmother asking him to come home to Maple Bay, that's where this is set, and meet her, reconnect. She is very old. They are estranged because Peter's mom and her like fell out, something happened, and so she kept Peter away from his grandmother all these years. His mother is now dead and all of this, so she's finally like, hey, I would like to reach out for you. We are the last of our line. I want to know my grandson. And so he has just decided to go back to Maple Bay. And then Cass is this like 20-something failed writer. She's trying to write, her publication really wasn't that successful, and she lost, like, she just doesn't know what to do. She's losing her job and she needs something to do. And a family friend reaches out to her and says, hey, we're going on a year-long vacation through Europe. Would you mind house sitting our house in Maple Bay? So that is the story so far, why they all need to end up in Maple Bay. There is some long lost treasure. We really haven't gotten into it yet, but this is where I'm sure they will all connect. We are already seeing a connection so far. Cass has just shown, not Cass, Dandy has shown up to the library, which is where this like society meets, and lo and behold, one of the members is the old lady, Peter's grandmother. Cass has also met the old lady because she is the neighbor to the people she's house sitting. But they haven't, the 3 of them haven't met each other yet, but oddly, they've all met the old lady. So she's at the heart of this. We'll see. I do need to finish this. I am only like 65 pages in. It does read pretty quickly, but I have set the stipulation on myself that I need to finish this before I can move forward. And sadly, I don't have the audiobook. I was really hoping I would get the audiobook for this so I could listen to it at work. I don't have it. I am on a holds list for it, and it's still saying it's gonna take me like a week before I can get the hold, which that's not fun. So, but maybe I can make progress on this tonight. We have fun things. I did also want to share, I do have an escape clause, basically. If I am worried about the progress of things getting through the next room, as you know, I've already rolled, I've already made my plans, I know what's ahead of me. And I won't tell you what they are, but I will say I have 3 books for the rolls of this purple room. I already have those planned. I don't know if I could get through all 3 of these books. So I have other options. There are the activity prompts that I could do, and I probably will do, especially because one of these books is really thick, the print is really small, and there is not an audiobook available for this right now. So that one will probably definitely be the prompt that I do instead. Gosh. But this book, this is my escape clause. This book was to read a book that had technology on the cover, and the activity prompt was instead to get a spooky book. All else fails, I do still really want to read this, but all else fails, if I do feel like my time is not going quickly, I can't speak, if I'm losing time, I did buy a couple things that I thought were really cool, and I do want to show them with you. This I would count as a spooky book. It is a puzzle book, sure, but this is The Haunted House Mystery, a spooky escape room in a book The whole concept is that it tells a story. You are reading a story, and throughout are puzzles and things that you have to solve to like get out of the book, to escape the book. And I love that concept. I've never seen anything like that. So I did buy this, and this is a haunted house. It is a spooky book. I have one downstairs because I was flipping through it last night, and it's like Escape the, is it Haunted Library? The something library or bookstore. I also bought this because I think this is so cool. Dead Man's Hand. This is a mini murder mystery, and it's like a deck of cards, and so you solve different puzzles with like only this in this deck. And there's 26 playing cards. An illicit poker game and a diamond heist on the Mississippi River lead to a suspicious death. 6 passengers chanced their luck at the table, but who were they? What possession did they leave behind? What dark criminal past were they hiding? And which hand were they dealt that fateful night? Explore the evidence and solve the puzzles to uncover who stole the jewels and who dealt the killer blow before the secrets are forever lost in the murky depths of the Mississippi. I just think this is so much fun, and I might try and like solve this weekend or a different weekend. But yes, so that is my escape clauses. I technically did buy a spooky book, but I would prefer, we'll see. I'm not going to commit to anything right now, but I do have to go to work, so I am committing to that. Also, I got my hair cut and like redone yesterday. It's a little different. It looks the same, but it's a little different. And I really like it so far. So I gotta go. Quick update because I'm in my pajamas and I need to get dressed. But it's Saturday and I still haven't picked up a book for this weekend-a-thon weekend. I don't know what's going on. I just kind of felt meh. I felt really restless. I'm having a lot of like back pain right now. I don't know if I have like a pinched nerve, but my hips are killing me. So sitting for long periods of time is no bueno, but then also getting up and moving around is no bueno. Like it all just hurts. I'm really uncomfortable, and it's definitely made me just feel bleh, and I'm restless, and it's like I want to do stuff. I want to read, but I don't want to read, but I don't, yeah. So I'm just having a lot of meh-ness right now. So I'm going to use my escape clause and I'm not going to attempt to finish the Treasure Hunters Club. I am using my escape clause and counting that I bought the Haunted House Mystery Escape Room in a book as my Get a Scary book, so that way I can be done, because I have nothing on the schedule. We've done our chores. I just want to sit down, and I do want to read. It's time to read because I want to, but also take a moment. Look at my cute little like loungewear. My husband bought this for me. To quote him, I want to get you something cute, and he found me this loungewear set, and it's really soft. I'm obsessed. I just got it last night. Anyways, it's perfect for like cozy season. It makes me feel like someone's bougie aunt is like, darling, let's go travel, you know? Anyways, look at that cutie reading. We're now in the kitchen, the haunted kitchen, which is the purple room, and you need to see my first roll. So that first roll got me to the equipment, which is to read a book that is shorter than your last book or share a spooky book rec. Okay, cool. So shorter than my last read, and the book that I just finished was Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. It is book 2 in the Simon Snow series. You have not heard me talk about it. It's not in any of my videos right now, which means I need a book that is less than 356 pages or less than 8 hours and 58 minutes in audio. And I, of course, have picked Model Home by Rivers Solomon. This also works for my Magical Stitches group because I need a book that is under 300 pages. And of course, this book is 200 and something. With the acknowledgements, it is 286 pages. So I will be reading this, and it fits for the haunted prompt because this does follow a family as they have to go back to their like childhood home that is supposedly haunted, potentially. River Solomon has turned the haunted house novel on its head. So this is a haunted house trope. I think it is perfect for the haunted room, and it is shorter than my last read. I will be starting this today, and I'm hoping to get quite a few of it done, because this is just for the equipment. I still gotta get the ghost and then out of this room. And it's Saturday, so let's see what we can do. I have finished Model Home by River Solomon. What a doozy this was. What a doozy. Holy bajoli. This does what the book says, turns the haunted house novel on its head. It really does. It went a direction I was not expecting. It got wild. As you saw, I sat reading the climax of this book with my hand over my mouth. I was just shock and awe. There are some very powerful lines in this novel. I did take photos of on my phone. This was intense. And I feel like I can't talk about it without it becoming spoilery, but we are following this trio of siblings, these children. They are called back to their home because their parents are not answering, and they discover that their parents are dead. This sets this trio of siblings on this journey of figuring out what happened in a way, but really what does that mean for them, how their childhoods were so dark and twisted, and they had to live through these horrible things in this house. And it's like they were like, is the house haunted? Are we haunted? And it pulls up all of these conversations about blackness and queerness and being different. And it takes place in Southern America, and it was just very, very powerful. I am very glad that I read it. It's a 4. This feels like a 4 to me. I just really, I can't even say I had a good time with it, but it was a very powerful time. It really impacted me, and I'm giving this a 4. That feels right, which means it's time for our next roll. However, I've only got the equipment. I still need to get the ghost and get it out of this room, but I am running out of time. It is in fact Sunday, so I think I need to see the next couple rolls so I can get an idea of what's going on. I have time for one more book and an activity, and that's about it. So let's at least see my next roll. That is space 7. Read a book with fall colors on the cover, or watch something fall themed. Okay, I do have a book for this. I'm going to go with Houses of the Unholy by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. We've got this blood red, but I know that's not necessarily a Halloween cover, but I do think this deep dark purple that is the background and the black, those are very much to me fall Halloween colors. This is a graphic novel. An FBI agent from the cult crime beat and a woman with a past linked to the satanic panic are drawn into a hunt for an insane killer hiding in the shadows of the occult underworld. Natalie Burns once thought she'd escaped her past, but what if all your bad decisions are just more ghosts waiting for you in the dark? So this also fits the theme of haunted. This woman is haunted by her past. She's haunted by the ghosts of her past. And I don't know where this is going to lead. Oh, those were boobs. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna read this. It'll probably take me about an hour, if that. I have joined some reading sprints. They're playing downstairs, but we're gonna read that. But let's see what our next roll is, because I won't have time for another book, but I do need the ghost. Maybe I can do the activity prompt for that. So let's check this out. The ghost is to read a book that you can spell ghost on the cover, or eat or drink a fall-themed treat. So I do have a book, the cat is on it, that I do need to read this month. It is the Morbidly Curious book club pick for the month of October, and this is Ghostland, An American History and Haunted Places by Colin Dickey. It says ghost in the title, but it is all about haunted places. Like it totally fits the theme for this month. However, it is over 300 pages, and it's a nonfiction, and the print is a little tiny. So I definitely don't have time for this today. I'm not gonna be able to get this done. Which means I guess I'm gonna have to eat a fall themed treat. Oh darn. The good news is I did stop and got myself crumble, and this week one of their things is a pumpkin bar. So I will be enjoying a pumpkin bar, and it will be delicious. I am very excited, but I don't have time. So I guess I also need to see, I gotta get out of this room, but if there's any more prompts, I gotta know what I'm doing. So let's check out what happened next. And we've done it. But I'm just kidding. Haha, brought up the tension. It's fine. I'm in the next room. We'll get there when we get there, but I gotta go read and eat some pumpkin bar. Cold in my house, and I have finished Houses of the Unholy by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, and I have eaten my pumpkin bar outside. I don't know. So I made it out of the house, out of the room, because I finished all my stuff, but like I don't know how do I describe this other than like what I already read to you about the killer. This took a turn, this took a weird twist. Her past caught up with her kind of thing. You know, she's trying to leave the past in the past and let it all go, and she just can't. No matter what she does, it seems like everyone knows her name, and she just can't live down what happened to her as a child. This does highlight the like satanic panic era of time and touches on that if you're familiar with that time period, which was in the 80s and 90s, where people became convinced that there were like demonic influences everywhere, and there were quite a few episodes and incidents where kids were coming forward and saying that they were being harmed. You good, baby? Can you got an itch? Yeah. Where kids were saying they were being harmed in very like specific ways, and that the people that were running daycares or like teachers were the ones that were harming them and doing like these ritualistic abuse or whatever. And that did happen in real life. And so this is a fictional story about that. And then someone has come back and is like picking them off one by one. I don't know. It was weird. It was okay. The ending was ambiguous. I'm now rushing because my battery's going to die. I don't know if I don't think I really liked it. Like a 2. I think that feels accurate, a 2. But with that, I'm going to wrap this up. I made it out. I'll see you later.